welcome back to another banging episode of Spit or Swallow with your favorite host, Hausa Chocolate. We give it up, give it up, give it up. And today is a special day as per usual, and I have with me a very special guest, so dear to my heart, the one and only R&B Princess.
Hi guys. Hi
Wee!
guys.
She's
Hi
also
guys.
my producer,
Yeah.
producer
So
extraordinaire.
yeah.
You know, she's like my husband, bro. She just be, let's not even get into
It's a lot.
how much you be all up in my ass. Anyway, today is just it's just gonna be a vibesy day. We're just gonna talk about, shit that goes on in my DMs. We're gonna talk about some sex stories. And we it be like that sometimes.
I can't process this. Please start off and sit down. Oh my god. What's
Yeah, we just had a little accident in here.
sorry guys. These
Anyway,
things happen.
it be like that sometimes. Yeah. And last season we had a Sex Lives of series, but we had so many responses and we didn't post
Yeah,
most of them. So we're just gonna touch on one or two of, some of the interesting ones
maybe
that
more than
missed.
one or two
One or two or three or four
or 10.
or 10.
And
know.
also like Halima is also deep into her DMs.
Deep, I mean,
If you know Halima's DMs, you know what I'm talking about. How's the chocolate DMs?
what's that thing that those guys say? Does your boyfriend know you're there? This one is.
Does
your girlfriend know you're there? Yeah. I mean, your dad, and that's not even. It's okay. Before they hack me, Sha, come and see.
Your daddies.
I don't want to destroy the relationships.
Your husbands.
The fabric of society, the moral fabric of society, the veil of morality, the fake one that we have in this Lagos. I don't want to disillusion the crowd. So yeah, let's get into it. Space to swallow, princess.
Swallow.
I love that. I love that for you.
If I cannot swallow, it's not going in my mouth.
If you can't swallow, it's not going in your mouth.
Yeah, basically.
So if it goes in your mouth based on, or you think that this is my nigga, this is my dog.
I'm always sure before it gets to that point.
Well, so you've never been surprised by the taste before,
No.
based on
I'm always
you
sure.
chop for breakfast today.
I used to watch what you eat. I watch whether you drink water.
Monitoring spirits.
Do you work out? Are you healthy? Do you eat your greens? Are you all those boys that instead of water you're drinking Coke with every meal? I they watch.
Must be nice. Must be nice.
Yeah.
Anyway,
you to answer now.
Me, space or swallow. Ooh.
Has anyone ever asked you?
I feel like I always answer with my guests, to be honest. It's very dependent on the mood, on the person, and yeah, and on the taste. To be honest, I do be surprised sometimes. I'm like, this one is not going into my intestine. Out you go.
Battery
so even
taste.
it's giving battery acid. So it's not delectable and delicious. If I can't do after, it's not entering my guts. Anyway, at least from that hole. Anyway, let's get into it. So I asked people, sex stories, and in fact, when I think of like funny sex stories, I was like, I don't want to hear traumatizing stuff because if I get into trauma, I always say, talking about sex is all fun and games, but one thing that makes this, journey and this mission important is that for every pleasure aspect to it, like you take two steps and there's trauma, especially I won't even say in this part of the world. I've come to realize that a lot of things we think that are just akin to like here, you find out that even the West, even America, that pretend to be extremely liberal, they actually have a lot of heavy religious, people and stuff like that. But anyway, today we're talking about funny, fun sex stories.
From Hausa Chocolate's DMs.
Yeah, and then just in life, like
in general.
Yes. Let me start with you, Princess. What is the funniest, if you think about funny sex story that's happened to you?
Funny.
What will come to mind? It doesn't even have to be like funny, like haha. Funny, weird is also good.
Funny, weird. I have to think about. Okay, so God, if this person watches this thing now, they'll really think I've been reminiscing.
I keep forgetting to look at the camera.
Anyways, yeah. So I had this experience where like industry, stay away from industry, man. If you see somebody in the
I've
music
just been getting
industry,
into creative recently. I'm trying
Run.
to see what the creatives are saying,
Don't, you don't need to. Don't worry
because I've
about it.
come to realize that I'm actually really like, see, I be liking the 9 to 5 clean cuts, fresh
Stay
kaftan.
there, it's safe.
I don't be like, up until some time ago, I ain't never been with a nigga that had locks, baby. Colored hair. I've never done that. But in recent time, this one I've colored it. I don't know. But in recent times, I've started dabbling with, funky hairstyles and just seeing what how the
How
other
the
half of
other
it,
side?
but in life, I think I do be liking my classic.
I think you should stay there.
I think so
So
too.
this one, he was, I guess, he was trying to impress or whatever. He's a rapper, so he was like rapping
Hmm.
as I was riding him.
I'm fucking
He was rapping, like he was rapping about the sex.
no, fuck
As
off. Was that nigga high?
he wasn't high. That's
Nah.
the worst part. He
He
wasn't
was.
high.
What was he saying? Do you remember any of the
So
bars?
it was some shit about like, oh, it was sharp.
Some bad
I
bitches
knew,
be riding me, my
yeah,
dick
it
be
was all
killing
that
con,
kind of
killing con.
stuff. Then he now had this whole line about like, R&B Princess. It was
Oh,
almost cringe.
dead.
I swear, it
Oh,
was
but that's
almost
come. Baba
cringe.
go release
It
that
was
song
almost
very
cringe. And
soon.
like, it's like, I think we were like listening to music off YouTube. So you know how YouTube can like just eventually just like trickle, like the video will finish and then it's go
It's
to something
just
else.
go
So he started
together.
playing like a beat. So he now just
Mm.
started doing
He was
freestyle,
in the.
freestyle.
Oh,
I was just like, now me fuck
damn.
up. I see Rafa, not turn the other way and
I'm
just
dead.
they use
Ah,
me to do
but based on
practice.
industry Jisha, like, who would you say is the rapper with the best dig game? Based on what you've heard, like,
Hmm.
not the Mr. Fucker of them, but like, yeah. Because
I
I know
don't
some
know.
of
I've
them
not
just be
heard much
randy.
about. I'm not sure I've heard much about like the dick game of rappers.
I think how
It's
many do we
mostly
even
like
be having rappers
do you
like
even
that?
as
Okay,
in
let's like
oh I cannot talk
Otekusha.
this one for they come block my
Who said
career.
who was dragging? It was not whiskey. There are no rappers in Nigeria and
But
stuff.
this,
Because
I'm
obviously, I'm not
not
talking about Mode
whiskey
9. I'm
is
talking about
whiskey.
more like Otega and
Let
maybe
me
like Show
see.
Them
Let me see.
King.
I don't
I like one of
know.
those niggas.
There's
Shall
no the only person I've heard
message me.
about is of
Hmm.
Show Them Camp. But I didn't hear that it was
Oh my god,
like
did you hear what I was just talking about the Show Them Camp because I
yeah
have a crush on one of them.
one of them.
Yeah,
Which
but it's not
one?
the one that you
Is that
mentioned.
the one I mentioned? Is it the
Yeah.
other one? And the only thing I've heard about him is that like he's schlong is schlong.
Mm.
That's all.
Funny story. As well, I guess I can't be a snitch, but I saw that nigga in Abuja, the one you mentioned,
And
doing some things, but it's not my place to say. Please, let's focus on the story of the day. We're talking about sex story. Okay, so yes, your rapper babe.
Mhm.
Do I have any funny stories?
Do you?
I don't want to disgrace the men like that. Let's check my DMs and see
The
what somebody
chaos.
said. I mean, it's not too
Not too
chaotic.
chaos.
So someone said police pulled up while I was getting my insides rearranged on a park bench. Bishara came
Wow.
back to continue another day.
Uh-uh.
Yeah.
How did the police matter get settled? The
I
person
mean,
didn't say.
seeing as I don't think the problem is it was in those question boxes, so it wasn't
And
like,
they came back the next day.
and it took
So that
to
means
another day now. That means
another
nothing
day.
happened
So that means
now.
nothing really
Park
happened.
bench now, no be Nigeria clearly.
Oh, yeah,
First of
yeah,
all,
yeah, okay,
so
yeah, true.
it's
Yeah.
not
Because
as if
I
it's
was
like
thinking like what park in
it's not
Nigeria?
Murio
Like
Kunola that anybody is
now it's like park bench.
But speaking of police, I feel like almost everyone has a police story.
Yep. Those niggas be
Um,
cock blocking.
they do be cock blocking.
It's so
So
annoying.
in life, I mean, this happened a long time ago before I even left Abuja and stuff. And excuse you. So as I was saying, God, we need to behave. Yeah, police stories.
Mm.
So many years ago, I was a young kitten. Okay, I wasn't that much of a young kitten, but I was a young kitten in life. Back in the day, where we used to go to the Palms to
Hmm.
give them Palms car park has seen since.
Gives.
I used to really like car romance. Um, so you were
Whose
at
car? The guy's car or the
yes,
guy's
yes,
car?
yes. Any car, as long as it's a car. As long as it's a car,
As
we're doing
long as it's
things.
a car.
The first time I even was in no, not that.
Eh?
Calm
The
down.
first time you even what? She's like, it's not even
The first time I sucked a dick was in a car. Or I
oh.
tasted it. It didn't finish. My brother called me. My brother called. He knew that his little sister was up to no good. And so that was the first time in life that I ever attempted it. So as I started, maybe 2 seconds in, I got a call. And then after that, I didn't try it for years. And let me bust your brain. It was with the same person I did to be continued. And then I
Mm.
now unlocked my mouth to the world. I've always said I'm
Mm.
stingier with my mouth than my vagina.
Then your
That's a whole
vagina.
different story altogether. Because
It's necessary.
you know, niggas be like, oh, I'm using protection, but you're sucking raw dick though. Anyway, as I was saying, as I was saying, what happened? So yeah, went to Palms, watch a movie, da da da. And then it's time to go home. We're making out in the car, making out, making out, making out. We're so engrossed in kissing, so deep. So I love
Ah,
kissing is
police.
sweet. That we didn't notice that, we're kissing for so long that all the other cars around us are gone. Everybody
Oh
done. So it was
shit.
just us like stand alone. I don't kiss, kiss, kiss. So say I climbed over the gearbox. I was on top of the nigga and everything. It was just going good. Next thing I just like brah. Somebody just opened the door.
Oh shit, the door was not locked.
That was open. That was open. I just look like, who
Wow,
this?
wow,
You want to join us? What's going on, nigga? Thankfully, thankfully we're really just making out, and so like my clothes were, I was fully clad. I wasn't scantily clad. No yashes, no genitals in the air. Um, but yeah, they arrested us. Arrested us. Police came.
wow. For kissing?
They
It's just
blackmailed us. Sef. They carried us to so the palms. They
were
actually
you
have.
like were you like were you like young, like younger than an adult, or you were like
This
above?
was like 2015
Okay, it's not that
or
long ago.
something. It wasn't that long ago, Sha,
Interesting. They
but
arrested.
yeah. So it wasn't like I
Wow.
wasn't cuffed or anything, but just said, "Hey, come and follow us to
All this kind of stuff.
security post." I mean, how Sha went and stuff. And then I said, yeah, do you know that indecent, skinny con, that this place, many things that we have seen. They said, look, everything that you have been doing has been on camera. We have been watching you for it, but it was just rubbish, to be honest.
So yes.
This was like maybe midnight. Me, I'm just like, see, I'm trying to go home. Nigga, deal with this
Please,
shit.
please, how long was this kissing session that una can't stay till
As
midnight?
kissing is sweet. That's why I say
Wow.
sometimes you gotta get
Just
in there.
get
You
in.
gotta
Okay.
do the you
Till
gotta do the
midnight.
dude.
That's
So
probably why they are. You know why they probably held you guys? Because it's probably time for them to be going home.
I mean, like
And
I
you people are
said,
still there. They're
it
like,
was it was so
what are you people still
standalone. It was
doing?
so standalone because everybody else had left the
Had
car
left,
park, so it was
yeah.
just us. Like I didn't even know that the cars beside. I didn't hear anything. I was just doing what I was doing, just getting up to my
Wow.
business and shit. And then yeah, so they started saying that even there was one general that we have his video here, his sex tape that we told him we'll post it on the internet, and do you know how much he paid?
That's a first of all, that's a
Did.
fucking
And so me,
crime.
I'm just like, look, nigga. I see to the patriarchy. Handle this shit. So
I
that's how.
swear, all these things.
I'm sorry.
They leave
I'm not
men
trying
to
to
do
say my wives.
this.
I'm not trying to call my
Facts.
family like, hello, I was
I
romancing the
was
car, come and pick me up. I don't have time for that shit. So it's not long story short. Try pay them 10K and stuff. But the ick of the matter, the ick of the issue is that nigga made me split the bill. That nigga made me.
ah
We went house. He doesn't know why.
no.
See, I said that this year I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop ghosting people, and I'll start telling them why I
Like
ghosted.
why? So if you are listening to
Cause
this,
I be
you know
having
why.
anytime I talk about like
So
my.
small 10K could not
Do
drop.
you
That time
understand?
economy was even
Was
better.
even booming, and you
Hmm.
made me rich. I went to use ATM to pay
5K.
5,000 to release from the kissing. Anyway, well, I guess both of us were doing the
Yeah,
apps,
it's
and
because they call both of
but
you, but still,
but still,
as a gentleman,
low
should
key.
have
And
just.
this is why I don't even be fucking with niggas that live past like if he's one. But let's not even. That's why they probably roast me,
God,
sure.
I beg. God, I beg.
Because we like I live on the island, but you live in Sharon. I mean, anyway, so
God, I beg. Some of us that live beyond Chevron.
please, you live in
Hmm.
Ekpe. Allow me.
Hmm.
So yeah, I think that was really funny, and yeah, it was a very
Me
interesting
too. I have
encounter.
police
I feel like
story.
that is one of my only like proper
Police.
stints with police.
Me, I did
I
not
don't
have
be trusting
police
these niggas.
story, but I had estate security story.
Mhm.
And so my own was very, very recent. I can't even say the year because if I do, some people will connect the dots. And I'm not doing that. So this one was like it was like in my car. I just started driving, so I didn't have sense. And I was in my estate, but I was not inside. I was like outside, like there was a church. We're kind of like parked beside the
Hmm,
church.
what's estates
Sorry,
in
I'm
Lagos
not
have
mentioning
churches
the
outside?
estate. But there was a church, and we were like parked beside the church, so we didn't know that the church had like a camera So like whole time.
Omo.
We're not
Sinning
even
in
like
front of the
whole
Lord.
time.
In front of the
I'm
Lord and
telling
the soldiers
you,
of the Lord.
some sweet fingering like this. I was more
I'm dead.
pained at the fact that
They
this
interrupted your
like I was more
fingering.
upset.
Damn.
So these guys like pulled up. Obviously, like they always have guns, so they always form me. Oh, we shoot your time. Shasha, they made us
Church
come out.
security or
No,
estate
no, the
security.
estate security. So the church had been seeing what was happening
Yeah.
and called the estate security. Like,
Were you guys under
come on.
floodlights? Why they seeing what's going on?
I
Did you
don't
park like this
know.
and
We
then
were. I think it was in the evening. So obviously, like the lights around the church were on. Like I don't even know why I didn't even think about the fact that this church will have camera, however. Sha sha sha. And funny enough, the boy goes to that church. Oh.
wow.
So I was even more disappointed in him for not knowing. Anyways, so then they pull up and then they're like, they have obviously formed. I think my mom was not even around that period. So they were forming, oh, we're going to take you to your parents. I was like, she's not in Lagos. Nothing people can do. So I was like more like calm. And I was the one that was living in the estate, not him. So they were forming is me that will have to like write statements or whatever. Then obviously police doing what police always do. They now separated us. They entered the car with
Oh wow.
him and somebody else, and then they now put me in their own car. So like
Ah.
obviously that's separating. That thing they do, by the way, let me tell you guys, if police ever separate you is to manipulate you.
Of course,
Just make sure
intimidation
that
tactic.
I swear, like just
Ha,
make sure that like you
keep
guys
your
like
story
just
straight.
keep your story straight and like just stay mellow because it's always a thing to like try and get one person to bend that kind of stuff.
Damn.
So obviously me, every information I told them was fake. My name, my house address, because I knew that this thing is not going to pass like
Give me
10K.
money.
So like there's no point in even knowing my real name. So then obviously
What's the fake name you gave them?
I think it was Chinwe. Yeah, it's always Chinwe. If it's not Chinwe, it's Chioma
Chinwe and Choma,
or
I swear.
Precious.
Fam.
Precious is the safest one because
Choma, the way
a lot of
Choma they
people
fly out of
confuse
my mouth, eh?
Precious and Princess. They confuse it. So if in the future you find out that I gave you fake name, I'll be like, it's Princess. I
I'm
said
there like
now.
it's
You didn't hear well.
that Choma is so funny
No,
because
Chioma is
I
sweet.
remember one time I heard one guy shouting. I had told him earlier when I was in one place that my name was Choma, Choma. And then I was leaving, I just heard someone shouting, Choma, Choma, Choma. It was when I had gone. I just clicked down more. I mean, they call. Well, sorry, babes. If you were fresh, I would have given you my real name.
If you were fresh. They shout told us to marry Sha.
Damn.
They told him that that see this girl, make an honest woman out
Yeah,
of
he's
her. You
taking your
people should
virtue, damn.
marry. Blah, 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 blah,
That
blah.
nigga was deflowering your
Like
life, bro.
you were just telling me, like, like even you too. Like I even told him, I think I told him I was 16. I could get away with
Damn.
it that time because I was still like I was much younger. I told him I was
How
16.
old
I
is
just
this
finished.
Did he look?
Eh?
How old is
He
he?
looked like he looked at the age I was that time. I'm not going to say the age because if
Okay,
you
fair.
calculate the
One plus
dates.
one. Mm,
So yeah, he looked the age that I actually was that time. So it now seemed like it was like an older guy taking advantage of like a small girl that just finished secondary school.
damn.
Sha, I think it's even 5K we gave themselves. So cheap, so cheap.
Niggas be hungry in this country. But yeah.
Anyways, yeah. So that was very annoying. I don't think I've encountered police. Well, anything since then. I just avoid that estates.
Fair enough, fair enough, fair enough. So another person said, Baba brought out Rob and Aboniki, wanted to use as lube. Said I'd enjoy
Hey,
it.
Jesus Christ.
And I'm just like,
Blood of Jesus.
maybe, well, to be fair, there's warming lube. There do be tingling lube.
Is
But
there a bony key?
but don't be putting Aboniki in your pum pum. Like niggas are just,
No,
you
but
know,
that's
it
just
just reminds me of like when people talk about how somebody would chop chicken soya and now give somebody
yeah, give
head
someone head.
and
But
stuff.
sometimes it could be like an honest mistake now.
It's really one.
It
I
can
mean,
be like imagine like yeah, it
although
could
I
be
do
an
want to
honest mistake.
experience that. I wonder how it tingles.
I don't think you should want it like
But I
pH
don't even want.
balance.
Yeah, fair enough.
Cause then that's like
No, fair enough. But I
you
don't know if I
get
even want soya pepper. I want them to eat that red pepper. No, sorry, the yellow pepper.
Halima,
Let
what's
it burn,
going
baby.
on? You guys should hold this babe.
Let it burn,
What's
baby.
going on?
Let it burn.
I mean, this lube one, I don't know, man. So what did the person do? Was there like a continuation? That's it.
No. I just said yeah. Just tell me like.
Damn. I really hope like the person didn't go through with it
Of
because
course not. So I'm sure she
I think
did.
lube is like cheap enough that people can actually buy, like just buy
But
lube of chest.
realistically though, lube of 8K, 15K,
There's
5K.
cheaper lube than
Is Rob
that
not like
now.
150? I mean, to be honest, actually, I don't think anything is 150 in Nigeria
I
again.
don't think
But the
anything is
reality,
150.
500 naira is
Water
nothing.
is 150 now.
That's
Bottle
actually
water
insane,
is
bro.
150. Yeah, that's
That's
what's
crazy.
150 now.
This country is
And
mad.
maybe like 3 gala.
Vote wisely, guys. Yeah, let's dive into the sex lives of.
Hmm.
You can
I
take
think
it
I have
away,
some. I
actually.
have some on my phone.
Yeah,
Wow, people are really
they do be
spicy.
sexing. One thing I'm gonna say, I think is very and I think I posted this on my story as well. When it comes to these sex lives, or I asked people when last they get tested. A lot of people said 2 months ago,
2
three
weeks
months ago,
ago.
da da da. And I'm like,
Lies.
some of y'all be capping, but that's good if you get tested regularly. Some people said never in their lives, and I they beg,
Try it.
I'm pleading, please. If you am I fucking up this mic? If you have never been tested in your life and you've been fucking, even if you have not been fucking raw, because condoms are not 100% safe, things be shifting, people be lying, they fuck one first round, second round, condom, third round, they remove it,
That one they come
Then say,
on.
I know her.
You just
She's
be
a
like,
clean babe. She's my
it's too
guy.
sweet.
You
So what's
understand? I
not the? Why
trust
did you
her.
start?
It's like,
You would have
bro,
just
please.
done it
STD know
all
they show
without.
for face, especially women, because men now, some of them recurring things, and a lot of them are asymptomatic as well.
Mm.
We, our vagina, there's so many. It will start crying, it will start booming,
Mm-hmm.
discharge. You have more signs as a woman, but there's some that won't be there. And if it gets like really advanced, you can actually get what's that thing called, PID and stuff. So it goes into your organ. Like,
Your organs,
yeah, you can
yeah.
actually get like crazy, crazy like organ shutdown and stuff, or fertility issues. You can fuck up your womb if these things have been sitting in your body for a
Damn.
while. So please get tested.
Ladies.
Don't be afraid. Forget the stigma. I feel like if you have a partner that you're ruined, at least when you guys know that nobody's giving each other anything, then you can get as nasty as you want. Not the one that you have sex and then your heart is still doing boom, boom, boom. So yeah, please get tested, guys. Safety first. Safety is important, especially men, because those ones. Oh yeah, when like and then even the lies. It's okay to ask to see the results of the test, because people will
Yeah.
be saying, I got tested last week. Oh
Last
yeah,
week,
show me.
yeah, show,
Then
yeah.
sometimes even the test they'll do, they tested, they only check HIV. Did they
And
do
it's
syphilis? Did they
okay.
do
It's
gonorrhea?
also okay to
You
like
understand?
refuse to
You
have
need to
sex with
see
someone until they provide
it.
you with a test as well.
Yes, yes,
So
yes.
I'm just gonna
Yeah.
read. There's one that's like open. Um. So I think this person was asked what their worst sexual experience is. So I'm just gonna read it. Person says, I think this is a woman. So she said, oh my god, the guy had bad breath. He had gap tooth while sucking on my nips and clits. It kept getting stuck.
Mm-mm.
I had bruises.
How wide is the gap, or how thin is the
I don't even
nipple?
know what to say. I had bruises. Dick was terrible. He clearly was just after his own satisfaction. Damn.
Shed bruises.
Yeah.
What that nigga is giving Goofy. Goofy the dog.
On the no, it was from the gap tooth
And
getting
that's
stuck.
a
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Goofy
yeah,
the
yeah.
cartoon. You know how he has that
Damn.
massive gap tooth.
I don't
I
know what
mean,
to
we
say.
don't be gap tooth shaming, but
Yeah. That's like I'm trying not to like gap tooth shame, but like this is like a really sad story. Let me read another one.
That's wild, though. I'm
Hmm.
just trying to understand.
I'm actually
I'm
trying to
trying to
process
picture
it. Like
it. Like, it's like,
how
what did he do
how
there? And then he
how
now
like
hooked
how
like chicken.
especially the
Then
one
did he drag it back?
especially the one
Was
when
it
he
that he
like
was hooking and he was
kept getting
removing
stuck,
his head?
kept getting stuck on my clits. Like I'm
I
trying
mean, I
to.
can understand the clit thing, Sha, but then that means he has to work his angles and he has to do more tongue work. Push your tongue forward. If you know your teeth is in the front.
Oh my
Anyway,
god.
hopefully the lover in question doesn't see this episode. But actually, you should.
You should, to
You
be honest,
should,
like
sir.
don't go around bruising
Yeah, I
women.
mean,
Like,
because we know Invisalign and braces,
please.
they're not cheap,
Yeah.
and it's okay to embrace your gap tooth. It's not even by force to close it, because people be even doing surgery to open their gap tooth. But if you are now tearing
Interesting.
clitoris on top,
Yeah,
yeah,
I think
you
if
might
you
need to
have
work with what
money,
you have.
if you can't work with what you have, if you have
No,
money
I
for
mean, yeah, in the short term, while it's still
yeah,
giving head,
yeah,
please
right?
don't be
Yeah.
hooking nipples and
Okay,
so
come
that's how
on.
now if I give you my nipple ring, you just tear the whole thing
Guy,
as in it's so bad.
if that those kind of people, if they're like kissing and like tongue comes in and like you have your tongue
Mm-hmm.
piercing, it will get stuck.
Do you understand? No,
And
maybe except it's sideways, because that one the tongue will just pass through it.
oh fair. Please, let's move on. This thing can easily enter like they will say, "Wow, we're shaming people." Please, there's
Why
nothing wrong
not?
with
Why
having a
not?
gap.
Yes.
But like
I mean,
if
see,
your
I'm sorry.
gap is
I've been very out of
significant,
pocket this episode. This is not me.
if
Okay.
your gap is
This is
significant,
my alter
please
ego.
don't be bruising women. It's wrong. Can get
We're wrong
arrested
now.
for
We're
that.
wrong
It's
now.
terrible.
BBC.
Okay. So this one is a male. Let me try and like describe them small. Male, 22, student, gamer, footballer.
Don't say his name.
I'm obviously not going to say his name also because well, let's move on.
He
Um
says a pansexual.
yeah, pansexual,
Mhm.
most memorable sex experience. He said, yet to have my best sex, but speaking of memorable sexual experience, was when I fucked my stepsister.
Mm-mm. It's giving page one of Pornhub.
This is wrong. This is me.
I
Is
mean,
wrong.
damn, get your shit, baby. Okay, well,
And the fact that that's your best sexual
you said
experience, can you
memorable
not
now.
say?
They remember, ma'am. It may
Okay,
be
you
a
said
guilt
memorable.
memory. It may be a guilt
It's not
memory now.
guilt. You put it as your best.
You
Oh,
said
they said most
memorable
memorable.
now. Stop it now. I mean, I don't know how I feel. To be fair, like
Well,
legally,
it's wrong.
it's not wrong.
It's a crime now.
How is it a crime?
Step
Under
there inside.
what's the statute? Limitation waiting, activating.
I'm a lawyer. Jesus.
Exactly.
I don't know the statute, but I know that there's in the Marriage Prohibition Act. This
Mhm.
is probably like a UK act that I'm sure has naturalized into Nigeria. Step is one of the list of things that you can't do. Step,
Mhm.
step brother,
And
step
step
sister.
now, not okay.
No, step is there too. Yeah,
Okay.
because
I mean, fair,
if they're still together, that is, I mean,
fair
that's
enough,
wrong.
Sha. Also, why are you involving yourself? To be fair, I
Exactly.
mean, a lot of
Many
people be
fishes in
doing
the
their
sea.
cousins. So that one is
Cousins, funny enough, is not in that act. Cousins is
because
permissible.
because in the world is known for, like, look at the royal family. Those ones are always
Yeah, lots of them
inbreeding.
are,
The world
yeah.
be they be married, but
So
isn't that even creepier than someone that you're not related to? Yes,
no, not
your
as much because
your
a lot of
mothers.
people have cousins they don't like. You can actually fuck your cousin and not even know that
And
that's your
those ones are
cousin.
extended cousins now. Your
Like
imagine
the maybe like
your mother's
sister's.
brother's son. You now go on. Is that not your
See,
brother
but I
already?
don't know. But then also, there's also like always, I don't know what it is, but there's always like mad sexual tension between cousins. I don't know if it's just,
Mm. Which
I don't
one?
know, just me. I don't know if it's just me,
I'm
but
not.
like I actually know a lot of people that like they were like, if not because of the fact, do you get? If not because I know one of my friends that told me that he has his cousin, like bro, he has to like he can't be alone with her, he can't be in the same room alone with her.
To be fair, there's one of my cousins. I don't trust that. It's not me to him. It's
But
him to
him
me.
to you, do
He
you
even,
get?
he even
There's
keeps saying,
always
he even keeps saying it's a
tension.
lie. We're not cousins. I'm just like, nigga, I don't give a fuck. Our grandfathers are cousins. You're
Imagine.
my blood. Get out.
So he's
Rubbish.
trying. That's what you're trying to
I
say.
don't know what he thinks he's doing, but
Wow.
that
But
shit
yeah,
is never
there's
happening.
always like tension. When I was younger, I had this cousin, but now nyama. But I had this cousin
Princess,
that I used
tell
to
me
think he
the
was
truth.
cute.
Tell me the.
I used to think he was cute. Like I'm sure, like if he actually made, because I was small, I didn't have sense. If he actually made a move that time, maybe we would have kissed or something. But now nyama, God forbid.
One of my friends in my past life, her parents caught her sucking her cousin's dick, so they took her to therapy. She hates me. She has me blocked on Instagram, so she won't hear this podcast.
I don't understand. Therapy for what does the therapy do?
To help them to deal with whatever it
What
is
deal
that.
what? Hormones. It's normal.
Why really fuck? I mean, obviously, I understand.
If it's your brother, it's a different case. I beg, please. Cousin is, I think, to me,
It's so funny how
it's
you're so
fine.
passionate about
No,
step,
step is
but
bad because you guys
cousin, the
have
way
the
you're
same
so
parents.
permissible.
Like you wake up, this guy is going to wake up the next day and call that girl's mother mommy or something.
Don't you
That's
call your niggas daddy?
To be honest, I saw that coming. So I set myself up. But well, cousin, I feel like cousin is, I don't know, there's just always tension. So
No. I mean, it's one of
it's
my
fine. You
cousins
can
in
make
life that
mistake
was
and
cute, but
slip.
like, nah. I think I just find it really like gross. And
Yeah.
my Hausa side, I'm sure they'd be getting up to that shit because there was one time when I went kind of long time ago, and one of my cousins started trying to move. I was so confused because I'm just like, are you forming friendship or you're being too? Then I leave and he's sending I love you text, and I'm like, look at you inbreeders, like get the fuck away from me, please. But I've noticed that cousin thing is really like it's like cultural attitudes thing. There's some places where it's like, yeah, I fuck with.
Yeah,
And some people say, oh,
exactly.
from third cousin biologically, like it's fine because your
Me
genes
personally, I
are
feel like
whatever.
third cousin from
But
third cousin is like, yeah, you might as well be a stranger. Because I could see you outside
yeah,
and not
cousin
even
fucker, I
know.
can see
I'm
it.
actually not.
Yeah, you
I'm actually not. I'm actually not, but I just feel like cousins is just it's sharp better than brother sister.
Don't fuck your cousins.
Hanimaya, read one.
My power move.
Hmm.
Any position being on. So what's your favorite move, baby? What's your favorite position?
Doggy.
Ooh,
Ah, no.
which
How can I say
doggy?
that so confidently?
Do
How
you
can
know
I say
what?
that so
Do you know what? It
confidently?
made me remember that tweet about somebody saying that have you ever tried to sleep with a babe for the first time and she just immediately goes into doggy position?
Yeah, that's me. Oh.
The guy now said,
I'm that baby.
the
I'm
guy
not
now
gonna
said
lie, give
that
you.
his heart breaks a little, and yeah, exactly. So and I was like, that thing specifically, I feel like there's so many angles. So tell me why? Why do you immediately go to doggy?
Okay, so I feel like it depends
I
on.
have you been fucking ugly niggas? Why don't you want
Yeah,
to?
so it depends on the
Hey,
person.
she was also
I
you.
feel like a lot of guys I feel like a lot of guys want to like start off always want to like start off with missionary because they don't see my face. But like the papa, see a lot of times if I ever oh god, this is going to cause me problems. If I ever link you and maybe even without much, I don't already turn over, it's probably because
You want it to be over
I
quickly.
don't want I don't want it to be I don't want it to be too deep
Talk about it
and
now.
all of
One hour
that.
time.
And then sometimes not every time you want to be up close and personal with the person, you get. I
Why
reserve
y'all
that
be fucking? Why
I
y'all be
reserve
fucking
that
niggas? You don't
privilege
want to be
for the privileged. For the less privileged, just do what you need to
less
do.
privileged.
I'll go straight
So
to
you have been
doggy.
giving pity sex.
That's so
Not
Jesus.
you
These people are
donating.
gonna connect the dots
Not you
now.
donating.
Well, not I
Donating.
won't
I mean,
say
help the
I won't say
brapless.
I won't say it's pity. I'll say it's like it's okay. You get like you're not like my you're probably not my first choice, but there's probably something I like. Maybe it's just your prick.
Do you actually like missionary as a concept?
Yeah.
That year was not enthusiastic.
I still feel like it's a very husband and wife
Okay,
position.
to be fair, I even posted this study that showed that a lot of people engage in missionary, but it is the least likely position for women to get orgasms from.
Yeah.
Most times, yeah, it's usually like cowgirl, reverse cowgirl, or like, positions where the woman is actually on top.
In
So
control.
for me, I find that in recent times, and yeah, most times these days, I usually start from riding is usually like my starting position. Then we must do. We have to do like four at least. So then we can now change. We can now do this. We can now do that. And then I've also noticed that I have preferred positions depending on the person. So
Yeah, so
yeah.
there's that. If
And
you're fine, but I'll
no,
ride you
no, it's not.
first.
No, no.
Of
I'm not talking about
course.
your face. I'm talking. I mean,
I
I'm gonna
mean
fucking get that. It's
that's
not cute.
important.
-1, but
So
you not
you've
hear me
never
say
done
-1.
-1. It's only one person that you
Oh,
fucked
mommy,
over
I'm
fine.
very proud of. I say I'm very selective. Oh.
I need to be like you.
Wait, let me think. Yes, I'm very selective. I'm
Yeah.
very, very, as in
I'm a
very
community
selective. Like
person.
I'm
I
actually
believe in
proud when I say like I can call my men to stand and be like, yeah, yeah, fuck that nigga, yeah. And what about it? I don't pity wasting. Do you know who I am? Haram chocolates. The niggas are lining up. I'll now come and bring one ugly one. No, baby, I want to see your face. One, his face is not the best, but his body, whew,
so yeah, there's that
his
too,
body
jiggers.
and his dick. Oh wow, wow. I hear
Also, I'm
you.
a musician, so sometimes most of the reasons why I go to people is also like talents.
I understand you
It's
be fucking for
crazy.
what?
Like like musician stuffs.
So wait, you get I don't know, let me understand what's going on here.
Oh.
Yeah, fucking because you want them to play your song, or
No, no, no,
based
no, no. Based on like
based on bonding,
so
based on
you
both of
yeah,
yeah. So you're forming. Oh yeah,
based on
we're
like
creatives,
you
we're
could maybe
vibes.
we didn't connect on a physical attraction level, but we
Yeah.
connected on
See,
like
this is
a
why I fucking
more
hate creatives, and I don't like
don't
to say
make
I'm a
music with
creative.
somebody and sleep with them. That's what I'm gonna say.
Did you guys release the song after?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool, fair.
We take work very
I
serious.
mean,
Very, very
fair enough, Sha.
serious.
Anyway, thanks for joining us. Follow me, House of Chocolate. Follow the pod, Spit or Swallow Pod. Follow us on Twitter, SOS Pod
Official,
Official.
yeah.
Um
And TikTok.
and TikTok. What's this on TikTok?
It should be Spit or Swallow
Spit
Pod.
or Swallow Pod, I think. Follow RnB Princess. Stream her music. What's the name of your latest tape that just came out?
Becoming.
By
I'm not
RnB
telling you to
Princess.
come, like becoming.
I mean,
Like,
becoming. I mean, don't be coming
yeah,
too
becoming.
fast.
Yeah,
Unless I
becoming,
want
but
you
don't be
to.
coming too
Although
fast.
some niggas do
Exactly.
be liking to come close, but yeah. Becoming by Aaron Princess. Okay, guys, what's your Instagram handle?
RnB Princess underscore on all socials.
All right, guys. Thank you. I will catch you later. Bye.